What's happening, Panda Nation? Peter Von Panda here. A travel backpack guitar doesn't have to set you back a few $100. Now the reality is you might want to spend a few $100, but what's really interesting is in this box here, I actually found, listed on Amazon, a travel backpack guitar for like 40 bucks. And as you know, I recently picked up the Martin Backpacker, which is a great little backpacking guitar. I was really surprised about it. And I thought, well, you know, $260 off of like the $300 retail. Would a smaller, off-brand, cheaper backpacking guitar actually be cheaper quality, even usable at that price point? And so I thought, why not pick one up and just kind of compare it to the Martin. So here's what we've got here, this nice little guitar. I will tell you that it does come with a form-fitting sling bag. Sling on the back here, adjustable. There's nothing super high-end about it. It's not padded nylon by any means. It's just kind of feels like a binoculars bag or something like that, but it has a zipper on it, so I think the thing should fit in here. Has a little pocket right on the front, so you can put things like this, your picks. It comes with 3 acrylic picks here, and it looks like it comes with some additional metal wires, which is kind of nice. Strings. And then we do have this, and I'm assuming that this is a shoulder strap for the guitar itself. So pretty large nylon right there. Plastic hooks, and then you can see that it looks like we have plastic button hooks on the back here. You might actually have to use a Phillips head screwdriver to remove these and screw these on, because I can't press these over the top of it. And then up top, don't see another hook anywhere. So I'm not sure how you attach the other part of the sling. Interesting. I think it's for the guitar, but I don't see a second place to mount it. So what you can see here is it feels like it's about the same length. If anything, it feels like it might be a couple inches shorter. I will tell you, it is definitely thinner than the Martin. So this is maybe only 2 inches thick is my guess. It has kind of this lacquer enamel finish. You can see it here. We don't have the exposed wood, and that's probably, to me, an indication of dressing it up, but also hiding kind of maybe a lower quality finish. So I can't tell you where the wood is joined. I can tell you that there's some rippling right here that looks like that might be glue or epoxy, but it's kind of got like a little bit of like an Asian finish and look. It's got a real rich red on it here. Fretboard looks pretty straight and pretty flat. I will tell you though, the clear difference is I've just got like little waviness up and down the neck here, right? And I think that's part of like the heavy lacquer, but again, it just feels like an ash wood or like a balsa or something like that, a really light wood. And I think they're hiding manufacturing imperfections. I will even say on the frets here, you can just see the glue kind of oozing out where they've kind of glued in the frets. They aren't very deep too. They're pretty shallow, and they're like a copper wire, almost like a brass wire. They're just round. They definitely don't have a bow like the Martin does. They're like literally perfectly flat across the top. The hardware, which is on the Martin all metal up here, is metal with some kind of fake pressed-in engraving, but plastic tuners and tighteners up here on, you know, they kind of look like an ivory a little bit, but they are definitely just plastic. And all those strings are a little loose. You'd have to tighten them up before you can use it. But I can just tell you, you know, when you can see the little glue, the rippling, almost the orange peel of the paint lacquer on there. And I will even say right here on the face of the chamber here, we've got a big scratch that goes across. You have a high bridge right here, and then metal hardware holding it down with a screw in the bottom. So I think that the whole point of this thing is really just to give you guitar capability on the trail. And if you really don't want to worry about the price point, and you don't want to worry about losing it or busting it up or honestly any of that, but just have the capability to play the guitar, to hang out with your friends, and to, you know, enjoy the outdoors, well then this is probably for you, because like I said, the price point is pretty cheap. Now, everything about it feels cheap. Even the tightening rings up at the top here kind of are a little loose in the hardware. So, you know, versus the $260 Martin, there is no doubt that this is a low-end piece. Oh, sounds good. Yeah. Kind of a tinny sound. Obviously, I can't play guitar, but I will say, you know, you do get a guitar noise. I mean, it's probably not that much different than a ukulele, because I think of how shallow the guitar is, the body is. It's just not going to be a real rich sound. You're not going to get that echo, the cut of the depth. But I think it passes. So if you want something small, easy to travel with, I think this is it. Not for a lot of money. It's in a totally different class. Like the Martin Backpacker is in a totally different class than this. The Martin guitar reminds me kind of almost a professional grade, something that you'd be pleased to use on a regular basis, and this totally feels much more like a toy to me, something that kids can bang around with. The build quality on it just screams that, but like I said, I think it actually could be used. So pretty cool. For 30 or 40 bucks, I think I paid $36 or $37 for this. I think it's actually a pretty interesting little travel guitar at that price point. So I think at that price point, it's a good value, but just understand it's not a high quality piece. I will put a link to it in the description though if you want it. Peter Von Panda. Out!